Alright, welcome back, or welcome to the vlog. This is where we're documenting our epic 10-week journey to the West Coast. If you've been watching along, I appreciate you tuning in for more, enjoying this enough to tune in for more. Obviously, if you can, like this, share this, do all those YouTube things that make this reach more people. That's always good. It's good for Mosier, it's good for us, it's good for everybody. So just to kind of bring you back to where we left you at the end of, I guess this would have been episode 4, where we left with Sportsman Drag Racing's version of Abbott and Costello, right? That's Gary McNaughton and Petey Bothy. Yeah, that was pretty epic, right? But where we actually stopped kind of in our journey was in the middle of the double divisional in Phoenix. We had talked about our performance in race 1. So we'll pick back up with how we did in race 2 at Phoenix. Spoiler alert, it wasn't quite as good as race 1. And from there, we transitioned to here, where I stand now, Tucson Dragway for the K&N Southwest Showdown. Had a busy weekend of racing here. We ran all 3 cars. I think we put 60 plus runs on between the 3 of us. Had some varied success. And now we've kind of transitioned into more the vacation portion of our trip. That's what the next couple of weeks will look like. So you'll get a little sneak peek into the beginnings of that as well at the end of this episode. Plus, while we're here, thanks to Matt and the staff here at Tucson Dragway, we got to have a little bit of fun track time, outside of the confines of regular competition. So all that and more, that's my little teaser for episode 5. Hope you enjoy.
So how was the Phoenix Divisionals for you both?
Well, obviously the first one went well for me. We talked about that already. The second division race, I made better runs. I did a better job. I made really good runs till I didn't. Lost 4th round to Petey Booth, who you just saw on the with their amazing product demonstration. So yeah, in addition to his engineering feats, Petey's a really good racer. He actually beat me at Pomona, went on to runner-up. Beat me again at Phoenix, and went on to runner-up. Unfortunately, I think Petey kicked the rods out in the final, so that's rough. But I don't want to race him anymore. So I like talking to him. I don't really like racing. How about you?
Do we have to talk about it? Do we really have to talk about it?
We had to remove the sharp objects, anything that looked like it might have been a noose from the trailer. Just had a rough go of it.
Yeah, tell about how angry you were about your loss.
I said some choice words in the car. Second round, I was -4 red to Bobby's 98, so I wasn't very happy about that.
Yeah, I know. Bobby had a way worse reaction than you did.
Yeah.
Although you read it.
2 days because he made it to the final against our buddy Ryan.
Yeah, and Ryan ended up winning.
Speaking of Ryan,
we're here. Got lucky enough.
So Gary, where are we in the world now as we record?
We're still in Arizona, but we're in the second biggest city, Tucson.
That's right. And what is special about this race at Tucson?
I get to race.
What?
I get to race.
You get to race for the first time in 2021. I think that's probably 2022.
Yeah, 2022.
I think that's what I'm most excited about. We've got a ton of racing on tap, 4 days, 3 10-granders, a 15-grander, a $50,000 shootout, and Gary gets to race juniors on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, guys, and also my car is the one right in between my dad and my mom. It's right in between them, and it's right there. And I'm really glad that I get to race it for the first time in 2022.
Gorgeous weather here in Tucson. I think the vibe is really good. It's going to be a good weekend. You excited about anything in particular?
We're ready to hang out with some friends. We're going to see the Penningtons this weekend and do some bracket racing.
That's right. Cash Pennington's debut in the junior dragster. Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
All right. We are here practicing some finish line driving.
Hi guys. Alright, we're pre-stage, Gary.
I'm staged. Deep stage.
Yellow. You're gonna let me go first this time. Yellow, green.
There goes Daddy and Jack.
And now we're going back.
Oh boy. got there first, Gary?
Me! I got it first! Yeah, we're like right at the finish line.
I thought you were pedal to the middle behind me. Let's try it once more to the quarter mile.
Okay.
Ready? I'm gonna go first.
Here we go.
I don't care if I run with. I don't make pancakes. I eat them for breakfast.
Oh my.
Me, my little tiny bit.
All right, it was a really busy week here in Tucson at the Southwest Showdown. We had a great time, but we didn't really get any footage because we raced and worked and raced and worked and raced and worked and played and raced. So I guess, Gary, it was your opportunity to race. We'll let you lead off with the recap. How did the junior dragster experience go here?
Pretty good.
Did pretty good?
Yep.
Take us through it.
Well, my junior, it was, at first, when I first raced it on my first time trial, I was like, holy cow, how did it go that fast?
We went way too fast the first run.
Yeah, well, like 11:40.
I thought you were 11:47.
Yeah, 47.
And how fast can you go?
Only 11:90, so I broke
Yeah.
that way at like
So
40.
kudos to Nick Woods. There's a new Nick Woods putt-putt engine. We told him we were coming to Tucson for the first race, and he's like, oh, just take all the weight off of it. Yeah, that was a little too much. How did you do in eliminations? You got to race 2 days, right?
Yep. In eliminations, I lost to the same person.
You did. Lost to the same person both days. What happened on the first one?
Well, I broke out, sort of.
Yep. Broke out. You guys were about even on the tree. I think you broke out by 3, and she was 6 above. Yep. And then we came back around on Sunday, the last day, and had to race her again. What happened that time?
I had red or something. And I was like,
When we watched Shelby,
It was
Jack.
the day that we watched Shelby, yes. Big Shelby Williams fan here, by the way.
Okay. So anyway, I got at Redwood, and then when I said if anyone Redwood can go as fast or as slow as you want, and as it turned out, I went a bit too slow. I let off the gas, and I was like, wait, I didn't run away because then the winter light would come on her side. I was like, holy cow, I need to get back on gas.
But by then it was a little too late, huh?
Yeah, well, second slower, I went 12:89.
Yeah. So did we learn a lesson?
Yes.
What's that?
To only do it. Only let go whenever you need to let go.
What does that mean?
It means that you have to be more patient and that kind of stuff.
What did we just go over on the golf cart? What are you not going to lift before?
I'm not gonna look before the finish line.
You can lift before the finish line, but not before the
Mile per hour cone.
mile per hour cone. So we're learning. We're learning.
And I kind of word only pay for what you need.
Only pay for what you need?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay, what does that mean?
You know, on the Liberty ad.
So we're taking some Liberty Mutual advice and bringing it to the racetrack. Only pay for what you need.
Yeah, we're in the wrong part of the country. That's in New York.
I see.
Whoa.
All right, so recap from the weekend. We had a good weekend. I had a good weekend. I feel like Gary had some rough times. Jess had some really bad luck. But everything, for the most part, broke my way. I think the first day, I got down to 15 cars and lost a good run to Consuelo. The second 10 grander, I got down to 3 and had just been making unbelievable runs all day and finally let go like not O and needed to be O. Ryan Herron was 12 total beside me. I was 16 on the tree, so that ended that. The highlight of the weekend was the 50 grander. It was a 120-ish car field, 50 grander, and ended up making it to the final of that. And probably should have won. I get back to the finish line 4 thousandths to be 2 above. Like to have that one back, but runner-up was good. Money was good. Kind of paid for the whole trip, so that was a positive. And And then the last day I got done at 8 cars in the 10 grander in the Corvette, and fought some issues, broke some valve springs in it. I've actually been working on it for the better part of the last 2 days. Came here with a really good super gas setup from Phoenix, but it's altitude here. It's wild. It's 100 miles from Phoenix, and the converter is 500 RPM tighter here. So just made a lot of changes progressively, timing, jetting, converter throughout the week. And so the last 2 days have been a combination of fixing what broke and switching everything back to the way that it was when we showed up. So we did have some funny moments. Obviously Gary just walked you through his first round mistake in junior dragsters, that learning experience, right? That was literally 15 minutes after Jessica goes up for the buyback round. She had lost first round on Sunday. She comes up for the buyback round. We're getting Gary's junior dragster ready. So the 3 of us are on the golf cart, headed to the staging lanes with the junior, when Jessica calls and says, well, when my phone rings and it's Jessica, I'm like, that can't be a good sign, right? Like, she was in the staging lanes. She calls to say, I'm broke. They push me off after the burnout. I'm like, oh no. Thinking, we don't have another spare motor. Like, what did we hurt this time? So we bring the junior up to the lanes, and I come up here, and like, all right, what happened? And she says, it just died after the burnout. And I tried to restart it. It spins over fine, but it won't start. So I pop the distributor cap off, look at things, everything looks fine there. I put it back on and realized the coil wire fell off. I'm like, oh, there's the problem. Pop the coil wire back on, make sure it starts. She drives back to the trailer. Hold on. And I'm thinking, the coil wire doesn't just fall off. Jack? Crew Chief Jack?
Well, I was taking off because
I shouldn't play with like a bunch of car stuff.
Let him tell the story.
I was seeing what's in there, and then I put it back on, but not all the way.
Yes, so as Jessica gets back to the trailer, unprompted, Jack walks directly over to the coil wire and says, is this what broke? Yeah. And again, he took it off because he wanted to see what was under it.
Yeah.
And stuck it back on, but obviously not quite all the way on. So it fired all the way to the staging lanes, through the burnout. I assume when it hooked in the burnout, it rattled enough to actually take it. All right, Wednesday, March 16th, from the staging lanes here at Tucson Dragway. Yes, we're still at Tucson Dragway, but not for much longer. So Gary and I recapped our weekend, our fortunes and our failures. Let's hear your version of it.
My version?
Yeah, the Southwest Showdown here at Tucson Dragway.
I feel like I have the most horrible luck.
I would agree. Give a few examples.
Well, on Friday, second round, I turned it 1 thou red to my guy's 55. So that is the 3rd time that I've turned it a couple thou red to a 45 plus light.
And I think the worst part about each of those is not only like, is that a throw up in your mouth because that's an easy round win, but each of those opponents went on to like really deep in the race and had seemingly very easy runs after they ran you. Like it felt like the road to the final or deep in the race was there if you get through that round that went the wrong way by a couple thousandths of a second.
Yeah, so 3 times in 2 weeks, that was a little hard to swallow. I think I was ready to call it quits after that. But then Saturday, first round, I gave it back 000. And then I bought back, and I continued to do the same thing, but giving it back 3 thou. And then I shook it off so that I could get ready for the 50K, won first round, and then second round of the 50K, I decided that I was not going to make it too tight. So I took 12, and I needed to take 8 or less to win. And then that guy went on to win.
That's right, and rolled through everybody, including
Everybody.
Beat. Congrats to Tim O'More. Not only he started off, well, I don't know who he ran first round, but then he ran you, and then he beat Ryan Harem, and then I'm not sure who he ran 4th round.
Michael.
Was it Michael Pennington 4th round? Then Chris Whitfield, then Peter Biondo, then myself. So obviously that dude earned it. Congrats to Tim O'More.
He did. And then on Sunday, I mustered the energy to keep going, and I lost first round, and then I went to buy back second round, and I did my burnout, and the car shut off. Couldn't get it to start back up. I had power, it didn't pop. didn't know what was wrong. So they backed me up, and then come to find out my coil wire is not plugged in, and my 3-year-old is to thank for that.
Thanks, Jack. Crew Chief Jack to the rescue. Alright, so babe, we are now entering into the vacation portion of our trip. We've been gone for 5 weeks. We went to Vegas, we tested, we blew up, we changed motors. We went to Pomona, we raced. We went to Phoenix, we raced. We stayed in Phoenix, raced the double divisional, put a lot of laps on. We came here, between the 3 of us, we made over 60 runs over 4 days. We raced, we raced, we raced. I'm not one to say like, hey, I'm sick of racing. I'm ready for this 2 weeks off. How about yourself?
I am. I need a... It's been rough on me, so I need a break. I'm tired of picking up the, not the yellow slip, but the losing slips and the blown motor and the silliest way to lose. So yeah, I'm ready for a break.
Let's relax for a couple weeks and hit reset in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I think that's a good time to get swinging my way.
Off the racetrack, what's been a highlight for you, maybe of the stay here in Tucson or in general?
Out of the whole trip?
Yeah, however you want to take it.
What's been the highlight of my whole?
Let's keep it to Tucson. We'll stay on task.
I'm not that impressed with this town of Tucson.
Yeah.
I really liked Phoenix, but the times that I've ventured out in Tucson, I've not been that impressed.
The scenery's pretty.
It is.
But
the track, I like the track is.
Track's great.
The track's great. I like the track, but as far as the town, I've not found anything that I'm loving. Besides their grocery store, Fry's Signature. It's a very nice grocery store.
That's true. We're impressed with the grocery store. I think the boys had fun here. Obviously, Gary got to race. They got to hang out with the Pennington
It
boys.
was nice to catch up with friends. Yeah, we didn't get to race with Cassie and the boys last year at all because of, I think, the sports schedule, mainly with Cash, but it was really nice to catch up with them. So
Yeah, and I'll just say, like, on a personal note, thanks to Matt DeYoung and the staff here at Tucson for letting us camp for the last couple of days and let me fix all the stuff that we've tore up, or a lot of the stuff that we've tore up over the past couple of weeks. Thanks to the Dolezal family. They've been awesome for us. Give us a place to keep the trailer, wheels, to tool around town. Thanks to my mom's friend Liz for giving us a rental car in Pomona. Thanks to Ryan Harem. He's been like resident babysitter. He and Jack are thick as thieves. We haven't caught that on camera. I don't know how we've missed that to this point.
they're tight. I mean, I told him when he woke up the next morning that Ryan beat Daddy, and he just laughed.
He did. All right, so vacation time for the next couple weeks. We got pretty loose plans, but where are we headed?
We're going to Tombstone and Sedona, and I'm really looking forward to Sedona.
Yeah.
So.
I think it's going to be a good couple weeks. All right, we'll check in at some point, but for the most part, we're going to be enjoying vacation. All right, so in our travels, we usually have our good ideas and we have our dad's ideas. Today is one of Dad's ideas. So we found an RV park in Tombstone, Arizona. Yeah, like the movie. The only problem with our RV park was it was about 1.5 miles from town. And they said...
It didn't feel like a mile and a half, it felt like 1,300 miles.
Yeah, so we walked a trail through the desert to get to the town of Tombstone, which seems pretty cool. It's an Old West thing. And we're currently in Big Nose Kate's Saloon. So outside of the walk, Gary, what do you think of the day so far?
It's good. The walk was horrid.
Yeah, right? My wife is loving me right now, because this is an adventure that she would have definitely drawn up on her own, right? She's very impressed with me, if you can't tell. Jack, what do you think of Big Nose Kate's and Tombstone?
Sorry, I'm singing.
Oh, we're singing. Jack's singing along with the live entertainment. We're going to need margaritas to get through this day. We'll check back in later.